Hello, BookTube. I'd like to do a little bit of a book haul. They came from various places. They're not all from one haul. But I don't do these very often anymore, so I thought it'd be nice. The first one is Ekphrasis, The Illusion of the Natural Sign by Maury Krieger. A little sun damage here, which is too bad on the dust jacket, but it is what it is. Johns Hopkins University Press, Baltimore and London. This came out in 1992. It's got these medallions throughout it. Maybe I can find another one. Yeah, like this chapter headings. Sort of cool. Let me get another one. Here's one. What in apparently pictorial poetry can words represent? Conversely, how can words in a poem be picturable? After decades of reading and thinking about the nature and function of literary representation, Maury Krieger here develops his most systematic theoretical statement out of answers to such questions. Ekphrasis is his account of the continuing debates over meaning in language from Plato to the present. Krieger sees the modernist position as the logical outcome of these debates, but argues that more recent theories radically question the political and aesthetic assumptions of modernists and the 2,000-year-old tradition they claim to culminate. So we'll have to see how this is. Sounds fascinating, but wait and see. Next thing is something totally different, and this is something I dearly love. This type of the subject matter I love. And this is In the Arts and Crafts Style by Barbara Mayer, photographs by Rob Gray, forward by Elaine Herschel Ellis. This was a Chronicle book, San Francisco, and it's 1993. And I'm a big fan of the arts and crafts style. I've lived in arts and crafts houses. One in Bangor, Maine, that was just stunning. And we rented it. I was up there for a few years. And it was just love it. I love the wood, the warmth. So this should be a fun book. I can look at that stuff all day long. The next one is got a dust jacket. These little modern library things. This is The Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane, an episode of the American Civil War. Introduced by Robert Worcester Stallman, Associate Professor of English at the University of Connecticut. And this copy is from Random House, 1951. So, little modern library, Red Badge of Courage. Always a good thing to have in a home library. Another one of these modern library books. And then, this one is Walden by Henry David Thoreau. Again with no dust jacket, but that's fine. These are the end papers of these old modern library books. So this one here is from 1937, Random House. So in this we have introduction by Brooks Atkinson, and then you have Walden. You have A Week on the Concord and Merrimack Rivers, Cape Cod. Then the Allagash in the East Branch, which is up in Maine, Walking, Civil Disobedience, Slavery in Massachusetts, A Plea for Captain John Brown, and Life Without Principle. It's a nice little selection, and some of them might be good reading in our political times. So the next one here is an odd little volume. Historical Markers on the Crown Point Road. And those of you that know your Revolutionary War history. Understand that Crown Point Road ran from, and this is the local people showing us about. Pretty cool. But the Crown Point was a fort near Ticonderoga on Lake Champlain, and Crown Point Road ran from Old Fort Number 4, which is in Charlestown, New Hampshire, over there. So very important in the early days prior to the Republic, and at the birth of the Republic. Then I have Miss Pickthorn and Mr. Haire by May Sarton. I have not read May Sarton, and I'm looking forward to it. This is London, Jam Dent and Sons, and that's what have been published in '68. The American version came out in '66, but this is a British edition. So we'll give that one a try. Short little volume. Then we have two of her non-fiction works. The first is Plant Dreaming Deep. Dust jacket's a little worse for wear. It's about living in an old house in New Hampshire, which is not very far from here, so it was of interest. It's from 1968. W.W. Norton and Company, New York. The next is when she moved from New Hampshire to Maine, House by the Sea, May Sarton. W.W. Norton and Company Incorporated, New York again, and this one is from 1977. So I'm looking forward to giving these a read. And then the last one is really pretty little thing. It's called the Shakespeare Calendar. That interests you doing, those of you doing Shake Tube. It was edited by Agnes Caldwell Way, New York, Thomas Y. Crowell and Company, publishers. And this was published in 1908, in September. A little piece of onion paper between the image of Shakespeare and the title page. And it's just what it says it is. Like, so January 9th, he that stands upon a slippery place makes nice of no vile hold to stay him up. King John. So you see these are little things by date. Thin little thing, the little Shakespeare Calendar from 1908. Pretty good shape. Got a couple little dents right over here. I don't know if you can see them, but it doesn't matter to me much. I was born way after 1908, and I got a few dents too. So that was a little book haul, a little varied book haul. So thank you, BookTube.